So ever since us girls got here, Brandon's been acting kind of weird, trying to be all hip and cool and stuff.
Can't touch this. Yeah, that's how we living, and you know you can't touch this. Look in my eyes, man. You can't touch this.
It's kind of weird.
Okay, welcome to Italy's Brunch. One of the more productive things that we do here is have fun, because as a family we should have fun together. One of the things we do is we have tripes, and we take them often with Mike and Anto on Mondays, and we travel around to see some pretty awesome things that they think are notable to see in Italy, such as Rome, other big famous cities, and so forth.
Our coordinators are Mike and Anto Mahan. They have been living here for 10 years and they have 2 kids. One is Miriam, she's 8 years old, and one is Pietro, who is 4 years old. Mike is originally from Texas and even went through the A.I.M program. Anto is native Italian and has been born and raised here. Our relationship with Mike and Anto is a very fun one. They have an open door policy to us all the time. We can come just about any time we want to come, just to have fun, or just watch movies or hang out with them, or if we have something more important to do, we need their help, we just need someone to talk to, they're always here for us. They're very involved with us. They really care and they really want to know how we're doing. How we're coping, how we're dealing with the culture. They also help us out a lot with our work. They help us with getting contacts, setting up ways that we can outreach to people. I would really have to say that our relationship with Mike and Anto is one of friendship.
Oh, hello. Culture? Okay, I'm going to be telling you about the culture, right? So, something to know about Prato is that it is the second most multicultural city in all of Europe. The cultures that are represented in Prato are the Italians, of course, Chinese, Pakistani, Albanian, Hondurans, and so many more. And the thing about talking to Italians about Christianity or religion in general is you have to build up a relationship with them first. You have to get to know them before you can build any sort of trust with them. Something else about the culture here is that people are not too shy of touching. So you'll see friends walking in the street holding arms or hands, and it doesn't really mean much. It doesn't mean they're a couple. But you'll know when someone's a couple because this is basically PDA Central. Also, when you go to the church, you're greeted with a hug and a kiss. You give them 2 kisses, one on each cheek. And the same thing for friends. That's just how people greet each other here.
We also have movie nights with Mike and Anto once a week, and more often if we feel like it, because we often do feel like movies. So we enjoy a quiet evening meal and then followed by a loud movie. We also have game nights every once in a while when we get tired of movies, which is pretty regular, but not too regular, just regular enough. It's like when you eat yogurt.
The church? Well, the church consists of about 35 to 40 people of all different ages, ranging from grandmothers and grandfathers all the way down to newborns. And it's pretty diverse, and we're all pretty good friends, I'd like to think. And as you can can see, there's all sorts of ages, from older to younger, and we're pretty diverse. We're all friends here, this whole area, and yeah, during the month of August, nobody really comes.
Spicy meatball, spaghetti, e panini, capish? Capish?
Also, we have a pet cat. Also good for having fun.
Hey, transportation here is pretty simple. We've got a van that gets us from A to B. It's pretty swell and dandy. You'll also find that you can take trains from here to just about any town ever here in Europe. Not to mention, if for whatever reason we don't have a vehicle, or you don't have a vehicle because I won't be here anymore, you have the bus system.
We also like to play soccer with the Hondurans families that live next door and various other places around the city. And we hang in with the church. Meals, eating, knitting, crocheting, learning how to cook, so forth. Pretty much having a blast all around. And that's about the only important work I can think of that we do here.
What do we do here? Well, we all take turns volunteering at a food shelter called Mensa. 2 or 3 people go every Saturday and every Wednesday. We stay there from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. preparing the food and then serving the food and then cleaning up. And we have gotten to know the other workers there pretty well and building relationships with them and the people that come in and get food. So it's good. Another thing we do here is hang out with our little neighbor friends. Their family goes to church with us, and we play soccer with them and just hang out. We want to be here as good influences and good friends to them. So, yeah. This is my Lord, and he is about to turn 12. And this is Dennis, and he's 13. Yeah, and they're friends.
¡E buon compleanno!
Go for it.
One of the things that we'll be doing 2 to 3 times a week when you're here is passing out flyers for teaching English lessons. It's nothing huge, it's not like a deep thing, like it's not like you have to have a degree, and it's all basic English teaching, simple stuff. Another huge work that we do here is the work at Nunave. It's a handicapped school, mostly mentally handicapped, some even physically handicapped to an extent. But these guys are awesome just to love on, and they're so encouraging, like, to me. I think that's one of the coolest things about that work is not only do you get to be friends with these new people, but they're so encouraging to you when you're supposed to be encouraging them. It's just a great work.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you about the logistics of the field. First off, you'll need $1,200 a month. The more you have, the better it'll be, which takes me to my next point, nightlife. You'll be able to go out more if you have more money, so we expect you to get out into the town during the night because that's when people are out and it's easier to meet people then, and that's where you'll get your contacts. The next thing is time. We're going to ask you to stay 18 months instead of 14. The standard AIM time, because the work is a little slower here, and once you get here you'll realize that 18 months is not a lot of time, but we're going to ask you to do that. We expect you to come to the Team Devos. We have them every Thursday morning-ish. That might change by the time you get here, and also we have Bible study also on Thursday mornings with Mike, who's taking us through John, which is really cool.
No, senza maschera. Please come to Italy.